Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, December 28th, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Welcome to the week. I hope you had a fantastic extra long weekend and had a great holiday if you celebrate Christmas. I had a wonderful time with my family. It was a little bit different, but hey, I take it when I can get it. It is Monday, so let's get right into it. But I do want to remind you want to make sure you check out that podcast we did last week with County Executive Steve Pittman. He's coming up on the midterm of his first term in office, and we sat down and talked with him for about an hour, and we hit all the big points: what he's proud of, what he's upset about, COVID, what he's looking forward to, and what the challenges are if he wants a second term. Yeah, I know a lot of our packages never made it to their destination this year, and the post office is really overwhelmed on that. But when you get a situation like that, the scammers come out. Scammers and hackers are relying on a tried and true technique, basically phishing, to either install malware on your computer or steal your credit card or other information. Typically, you're going to be getting fake notifications. They may be text messages, emails, or even phone calls that purport to come from Amazon, FedEx, UPS, DHL, as well as the United States Postal Service. They do want you to call back or click the link so they can re-enter pertinent delivery information. When you click a link, typically that's going to give you some ransomware on your computer. It may lock up your files, and they may demand payment by Bitcoin, which is untraceable. You may be directed to a website asking you to log in with your Amazon account credentials to check on a delivery. Well, at that point, then they've got your username and your password, which more likely than not is used in other places other than Amazon. Security experts have observed that phishing scams are up more than 100% this year compared to last year. So my advice to you is just doubt every single thing. Today is a big day for restaurants in Anne Arundel County. This is the day when a temporary restraining order does expire, and Judge William Mulford is set to rule after hearing the cases from County Executive Pittman as well as the restaurant industry as to whether the restaurants can open up for interior and exterior dining. A little bit of a background. Last Wednesday, a Baltimore City judge upheld the city's temporary ban on indoor and outdoor dining. Just across the border in Prince George's County, a judge also upheld the county's ban on indoor dining in Prince George's County, and also a third judge in Montgomery County sided with the government entities. However, out in LA, they sided with the restaurants. So I really don't know how this is going to end up, but you want to make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net a little bit later today. We will have all of the updates as they become available. Late last week, Maryland launched a new part of their COVID-19 dashboard all about the vaccines. They're updating them daily, and now you can see exactly how many vaccines have been given, by what region, age group, gender, race, ethnicity, etc. As of Sunday night, there were 19,000 and change vaccines administered, but boy, that is still a long way to go because we do have 6 million residents here in Maryland. And keep in mind that the current vaccinations are really being administered in a controlled location: hospitals, senior centers, and first responders who are reporting to hospitals, etc. Once we get the rest of the general population, again, 6 million Marylanders, that will prove to be challenging for the state to administer. And sliding into a few good news stories, 2020 was very difficult for any number of businesses, and right up there are the maritime boat shows everywhere. Well, the Annapolis Boat Show was not immune to that. Their spring show was pulled literally a week or two before it was scheduled to happen. The fall boat shows, we know, did not happen. But now they're ready to take on 2021, and they've announced the next 5 years of dates for their boat shows in the fall. The Powerboat Show is going to be held 4 days, Thursday through Sunday, the first full weekend in October for the next 5 years. And then the Sailboat Show will follow on the second full weekend of October, which will be Thursday through Monday, because the Sailboat Show has an extra day. If you're marking them down on your 2021 calendar, which you probably already have by now, October 7th through 10th is the Powerboat Show, and October 14th to the 18th is the Sailboat Show. And as much as we like to complain about the traffic and the tourists and everything else that the boat shows bring, it will be so good to see things return to normal and bring in things like the boat shows. And this is awesome news. When it comes to giving, Maryland ranks pretty high. Actually, Wallet Hub, which is a finance website, ranks Maryland as number 3. What they did is they looked at monetary contributions versus volunteering contributions, a percentage of the populations that do contribute, and the percentages of income that people were donating when they devised the rankings. Maryland ended up ranking 6th in charitable giving and 5th in volunteering, and that landed us number 3 on the list of the 10 most charitable states. You might ask who's the number 1? Well, that would be Utah, followed by Minnesota, Maryland, and following Maryland in number 4 is Oregon, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia, North Dakota, Maine, and Colorado. So keep up the good work and keep doing great stuff for our neighbors in need. All right, that does wrap it up for us today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day for updates to these stories and more. We will have an update on that whole court hearing on the restaurants. If you are someplace you can leave us a rating or a review, please do that, and make sure all your friends, family, and colleagues know how to get a hold of us. It is Monday, so we do have Ann Alsina hanging out with your Money Monday report, and as we have every day, George Young is here with your local DC MDVA weather forecast. All of that's coming up in just about a minute and a half. But first, here's Rick Peters from Solar Energy Services, and a quick message from Steve at Zachary's Jewelers.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services, with your Clean Energy Minute. Does your home experience power outages? Or maybe you're concerned about energy resilience in general. If so, that's another great reason to consider clean, quiet solar-powered energy with battery backup. You may have heard residential solar adoption has rapidly increased during the pandemic for multiple reasons, and many homeowners like yourself are adding battery backup and electric vehicle charging to their solar projects. And with Maryland's residential energy storage income tax credit, along with the federal tax credit for batteries when paired with solar, the economics are quite compelling, and that secure feeling is even better. So whether you're looking for clean energy, energy resilience, or overall peace of mind with solar energy, we can help. To schedule a free solar design, call us today at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net. But hurry, sunshine's a-wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
At Zachary's Jewelers, there's something we admire more than anything. They are incredibly strong, resilient, indestructible, and brilliant. They are as beautiful and rare as a forever marked diamond. They are the people in our lives who put all else above themselves to keep our worlds turning. The ones who bring us together, even when we're apart. We celebrate their strength and brilliance this holiday and every day. Zachary's Jewelers.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, December 28th. It was a mostly sunny weekend for the Annapolis region, but fairly cold too, with temps only in the 30s Saturday, with 40s yesterday, and while today will bring sunshine and 50-plus degrees for afternoon highs for many across Anne Arundel County, it'll be a short-lived warm-up as tomorrow will deliver breezy highs near 40 degrees, followed by more sunny and breezy skies Wednesday, with highs in the low to mid-40s ahead of one final chance of rain for 2020 on Thursday, mainly in the PM hours, lasting into New Year's Day on Friday, pushing 2020 rainfall totals to some 15 to 25 inches above normal for the year. Look for high temps to be in the 60s on Friday to kick off 2021 on a warm note, followed by sunshine and 40s for the first weekend of the new year. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores, and also follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website each day at DCMDVAweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
Home, a word that invokes a feeling of belonging, of comfort, of love. If you know someone who is not able to go home for the holidays, please reach out to them and share some of that feeling, that Christmas spirit, so they can feel loved where they are, so they know they are home. Midshipmen, our military, contract workers, those with loved ones far away or in medical care. This holiday season, remember that a community is made up of people caring for one another. It's an honor to call Annapolis my home. Serving people's my passion. It's what I do best. It's the Neidhardt difference.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. We had a shortened trading week due to the holiday. While the week finished slightly down from the all-time highs set earlier, overall the markets are trending up. Good news about the vaccine and the stimulus package helped here in the U.S. And Great Britain and the EU finally reached a trade agreement about a week shy of the deadline, ending uncertainty over Brexit. Once the new stimulus bill is signed, we'll break down the individual components. Secretary of the Treasury Mnuchin has indicated that individual stimulus payments could start arriving this week. As 2020 draws to a close and we look back over this crazy year, I think that most of us can find something good. With that in mind, remember that money can make you happy. But it's not the money itself. It's what it does for you or allows you to do. The first two ways money can make you happy are when you buy experiences or when you buy time. Doing something fun with friends and family or by yourself makes most of us happy. Money enables the experience. The same thing is for time. When we pay someone else to take care of tasks and then take that time to relax, indulge in a hobby, or have those fun experiences, money enables that happiness. But it's the third way money makes you happy that I want to focus on. We've spoken often about this year being a tale of two economies. Big companies that drive the stock market indices are doing well, and many of us are fortunate to have had successful years. But then our neighbors are out of work or taking drastic pay cuts. Many restaurants, small businesses, and nonprofits are struggling to survive. Giving to a worthwhile cause that you support is the third way money makes you happy. And both the CARES Act and the recent stimulus bill have given us a gift. Charitable donations up to 100% of income are fully deductible this year. And even if you don't itemize, you can still write off up to $300 in cash donations. We're approaching year end, so there is still time to make yourself happy and potentially reduce your tax bill. If you're thinking you don't have much to spare, remember the story of the widow's mite. Small gifts are still impactful, both to the nonprofit and for our own happiness. I always say that giving is a way of recognizing that you don't just have enough. You have more than enough. You have enough to share. We have a full page of local nonprofits that we support on our website. Some personal favorites include Historic Annapolis, the Summit School, Feed Anne Arundel, and Creating Communities. Check out our website at CovingtonAlsina.com or visit our Facebook page to learn more. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. Covington Alsina and Great Valley Advisor Group are separate entities from LPL Financial. All performance reference is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged. They may not be invested into directly. The information is not intended to be a substitute for specific individualized tax advice. We suggest that you discuss your specific tax issues with a qualified tax advisor. The opinions voiced in the show are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, and financial advisor or tax advisor prior to investing. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.